Hey guys, we're coming up on the end of summer. And when we look at this time of year, there's one key thing that we need to be doing with a certain group of our clients, which is sellers. And that is we need to have a conversation that the end of summer is almost here. And that means we need to reprice our properties if they haven't already sold, because less and less buyers are going to be coming to market, because the buyers that are in the market want to get placed before kids go back to school. In a lot of cases, not all cases, but in a lot of cases. So that being said, the biggest activity we have, of course, we know in terms of number of transactions happening is always in the spring and summer, but it's really through spring and summer, and then it starts to peak right now as we come into August and September. It starts to drop off pretty dramatically. So when we're talking to our seller, what do we need to say? Here's what I would say. I'd say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, obviously we're coming into August now, and we're coming to the end of summer. And what that means is that there's going to be a few less buyers than we had in the spring and summer. And there's a lot of competition for those buyers. There's a lot of homes in the market where sellers just like you want to bring a buyer in and get an offer. And what's happening, what we start to see happen right now is an acceleration of sellers repositioning themselves in the market. In other words, getting more competitive. And bottom line, what that means is really looking hard at the price and what incentives we're offering to buyers to bring them to the table. And really what it boils down to is showings. The more showings we have, the more likely we are to generate an offer. On average, it takes 12 to 15 showings to generate an offer. So would you like my recommendations as we're coming into end summer? I'm going to recommend, based on market conditions, that we meet the market where it's at. I've seen two new listings hit the market that have come under our pricing. Two just went pending this week, and we had one closing, and all of them were a bit lower than where we're at. I would recommend we come in here and you give them a recommendation on price. Don't be afraid of it. Don't let them say, well, let's reduce it by $1,000, which you often hear. Give them a realistic price. You'd rather have an uncomfortable conversation now and get the property sold than have a listing go expired on you and then have it taken by another agent and they discount the price to where it should have been and they sell it. We've all had that happen to us. Let's not have that happen to us. Right? Let's stop that by having those uncomfortable conversations. And sellers really are expecting this from us. And when we don't do it, I think they're always a little bit surprised. Guys, if you want more ideas like this, join us over at eRealEstateCoach.com. Check out the Path Performance Coaching. It's only $1 for your first month of coaching. And it's one of the most affordable coaching programs in the country after that. Love to have you join us over there and just explore it. We got hundreds of lead generation strategies to help you stay at the top of your game. Have a great day. Good selling.